want to circle back to something you mentioned with St. Gianna and her husband Pietro.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
One thing that struck me then, because I was still fairly new in my conversion journey. I really came into the fullness of the faith in my mid-20s. I had no idea. I had no foundational grounding before that. And so even when I met some of your friends, like your Catholic lady friends, and just witnessed to the way that you experienced joy together, and dare I say innocence, and just this peaceful tranquility. It was very foreign to the upbringing that I had, whether it was public school, babysitters, just so many different things. And there was such a saintliness to it. I'm thinking of, the maid of honor at our wedding, who has since gone on to become a religious.
Yeah.
And, she was one of your best friends and others. And it was literally, it just took my breath away when I saw it. And I think those little moments helped me to know that I was, moving in the direction that God was calling of me. Because, I was on the fence about my vocations when we met. And then with Gianna and Pietro, there was just always, you emphasized how they spent a lot of time away from each other, but there were also times when they were together. She committed, she wanted to, come home as a full-time stay-at-home mom.
Right.
And they were just so sweet to each other all the time.
Yeah.
There's just this innocence that comes with living a life of virtue with someone, and maybe for someone that was raised in some brokenness and darkness like I was, it comes as such a shock. It can almost feel like a scandal. And I think if people don't embrace it, they might miss an opportunity or run away from it.
Right.
And it just got me excited to say, okay, that's the bar, right? St. Gianna set the bar in married life, and I need to strive towards that community, right? That community with my most important vocation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of a favorite quote of a mutual friend of ours, a dear friend of yours, more importantly, who one day was at our house and we were all chatting, and he just looked over at me and said, God provides. And for some reason those two words just really struck me. And that has been a theme of my life. And just thinking about and pondering those words in moments where I feel, completely empty and unable to give, but God does provide us with the grace and with the strength to encounter our vocation. And it's important to lean on the grace of our vocation that we receive in that sacrament of matrimony. You're literally denying yourself and encountering the other who you're supposed to serve your entire life, and that's death to self. And in that death, there is new life, as we know, which God provides for us. So it's beautiful to see the innocence that you were able to encounter, and what that did for you, and how it transformed you. And it really has made you such a fantastic husband. So keep doing great things.
I really appreciate that. And I strive to be better every day.